Hey friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of Sailing Marisa. Today's adventure is split into two parts. First, we'll explore the island of Jura, and then we'll sail to Colonsay. So let me tell you the story. We set off from Craró Bay on the island of Gigha. We pass through the Sound of Islay, a narrow stretch of water with strong currents and a dramatic scenery. Finally, we arrived to Tarbert Bay. Just ahead of the bow rests the Paps of Jura, three conical mountains dominating the horizon, with a striking silhouette. Let's just say the name doesn't leave much to the imagination. Paps means breast in Old Norse. Marisa glides along with the wind on the beam and every sail set, moving smoothly, as if she knows the way. Behind us, the island of Gigha is slipping into the distance, with its rolling green hills and rugged shoreline. Further off, barely visible, the Candida peninsula peeks through. The crew enjoys a well-earned rest in light summer clothes, as if we were somewhere in the Mediterranean. A rare warm day in Scotland. The sun's shining, the air is rich with the scent of salt, and you almost feel like dropping everything and diving in. As we enter the Sound, the wind funnels between the islands, gradually shifting until it's almost dead astern. We hold the sail in to avoid a violent gale. This would be the perfect moment to rig a preventer, but we don't, and as is often the case, we'll later regret it. Once inside the Sound, the wind picks up and the sailing gets tricky. The tide is pushing us along with the wind, and we are hitting speeds of up to 10 knots over ground. We are moving fast, yes, but also a bit bubbly. With the wind almost dead astern and not prevented rigged, the risk of an accidental jibe is very real and dangerous. We leave the Sound behind and approach the entrance of Loch Tarbert. The wind that had been pushing us hard is now almost on the nose. Time to drop the sails and get ready for the anchorage. The entrance to Loch Tarbert is not just tricky, it's also remote. We are on the west coast of Jura, a wild and sparsely inhabited island. Despite being the 8th largest island in Scotland, Jura has barely 200 residents, all of them living on the east coast, far from here. Out here, there is nothing. If something goes wrong, any help will take a long time to arrive. With that in mind, as we head into the narrows of Cummhann Mòr, I call on the crew for assistance. We have rocks to port and starboard, leaving us only a narrow passage, marked by a line of posts on the shore. It's a moment for precision and mutual trust. We follow the imaginary line that's the extension of the two markers on shore, visible off the bow. We then need to find another two markers to starboard, showing the exact moment to turn to port. Unfortunately, those markers never appear, and we had to rely on GPS navigation. It's worth remembering that maintaining these markers depends entirely on volunteers. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a remote area. So all I can say is thanks you to those who have kept the charge and the few markers that still stand the test of time. The wind and tide are not on our side. We have to squeeze nearly 12 meters and 7 tons of marisa through the narrowest part. Between the rock on starboard and the one on port, I barely got 90 meters to play with. But we can already see the anchorage and our friends aboard Candida waiting for us. Their yacht, a Sigma 41 with a fine more than 2 meters keel, is much faster than Marisa, and Richard, her skipper, is an experienced sailor who knows exactly what he's doing.
The ball until you have at least 6 meters of anchor down, okay? Don't throw the ball until you have at least 6 meters of chain down. Okay, drop the anchor. Ready?
How many meters?
5. Going. Drop it. Slowly.
Slower.
Slowly.
Wee bit slower. Dropping.
Okay, keep going, keep going. 10. Stop at 25. 20. Stop at 25.
25, stop.
We've dropped anchor. Marisa and Candida will spend the night here, snug and well sheltered, in this quiet corner of Jura. The crews will probably get together later for dinner, a bit of a chat, and maybe share a drop of something to help us through what's forecast to be a breezy night. I want to show you the exact spot on Google Maps, so you can see from the satellite view just how charming and remote this anchorage is, because sadly it's far too windy to get the drone up today.
Candida, our neighbour's boat. Unfortunately last night they lost their dinghy while we were at anchor and it was gusting 30 knots. Should have had a double line on it and forgot, so as you do when you're out having drinks and having fun and you're tired, these things happen. So Chavi and Ian went out on a rescue expedition. Could have been anywhere, but luckily it looks like they have actually found the dinghy intact and have rescued the holiday. I'm hearing the music from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Rescue mission. Rescue mission. Chavi rescue mission.
You might be wondering why Ian's sitting in such an odd position in the dinghy. Well, it turns out he's afraid of getting wet. Yes, you hear that right. I've never met a sailor with such a healthy respect for the water. In the afternoon, we hoist only the Genoa, and with the wind at our backs, let Marisa glide gently toward our next destination, Queen's Bay, on the island of Colonsay. This time we sail alongside Candida, hoping we might finally catch up with her.
Cloaked in folds of midnight waters, side by side, we sons and daughters, we set forth for no king's orders, but we'll sail together. Hold fast, tides are turning, flames roar, fires are burning, we'll all be returning if we sail together.
No, we can't catch Candida. She soon becomes just a speck on the horizon. The moment we arrive in Queen's Bay, we realized our mistake.
Look how your boat is moving. Christ.
We thought that with the winds dying down, we'd enjoyed a peaceful night, but
That's crazy. Yeah, that's all right because Xavi will put either music or he'll talk over it.
oh no, ladies, why on earth would I talk over you? Much better to listen to your conversation.
Somebody's engine cut out. Is that what they're doing? Is that why they're together?
The men of the expedition decided to set off on a little excursion for a pint. We climbed up the hill to the neighboring bay of Scalasaig, where there is a hotel with what is probably the island's only pub. We had our beer and made our way back, dodging goats and treacherous nettles. It was already getting dark, and wandering around those hills in the dark or coming back in the dinghies at night was not a great idea, especially with this swell. But then the unexpected happened. the battery of Candida's electric dinghy motor died, which triggered the second rescue operation of the holiday. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep joining us on our adventures. I think we need to change a few plans. The crew is starting to get a bit tired of so much anchoring. Maybe it's time to rethink the route and stop at a marina or two. We'll see what happens in the next episode.
Another rescue.
Rescue, Jesus.